Brother Brandon.
Wait a minute, brother. Dr. Umar, we had a really, really good one from I don't know if the brother's name is pronounced Thun or Thun Thunderson. This brother said, do women go for men darker than them so they can maintain themselves as the overall more desirable among the two, which is still a form of self-hate under the guise of being bad?
Let me repeat that. Let me repeat that to make sure I got your point, because it is profound. So the brother is saying that some sisters will date a darker brother to ensure that he treats her in an extra special way because she's lighter than him.
Correct.
Wow. 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 That is deep. I'm going to go. And that could work the other way too. Like, for example, I could date a darker sister because since I'm lighter than her, she'll always esteem me more. I think that happens. I could definitely see that. Wow, that is profound. I never thought of that. But that is profound. I definitely believe it can happen. I hope it don't happen a lot, but it definitely makes logical sense in a sick world. It makes logical sense in a sick world. Wow, that was deep. Brother Brandon, are you there, King?
Yeah, excuse me. Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right, where you joining us from, God?
Peace to the room. I'm joining you from Houston.
Houston, Texas. And would you be light or brown or dark?
Yes, sir. Home with Beyonce.
I got you.
I'm brown. I'm like a caramel color.
Got you. So you would be brown. The sister before you, Brother Brandon, who spoke, Sister Goldskin, she said something profound. She said black men are responsible for a lot of the colorism in our community, particularly amongst black women. What is your opinion on that? Are we worshiping light-skinned sisters so much that it's turning darker sisters against them? What is your take on the comment that black men are responsible for the colorism amongst black women?
A part of me, not 100%, but a big part of me agrees with that. Like dark-skinned women are, throughout society are considered less desirable because society attributes, masculinity with darker skin.
And so you're saying that's both ways. You're saying that even though she's a woman, she's still going to be perceived as masculine because she's dark.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I think.
Wow.
According to societal views and stuff under, this Western civilization, we often make the mistake of attributing femininity with white fragility. White women's fragility. And so, fragile white women, the image of that is considered the basis of of femininity, pretty much. So the weaker you are, or the more feminine you are. So that's like, I think dark-skinned brothers, like I said earlier, like dark-skinned brothers in the dating spectrum are considered more desirable because, like I said, we equate masculinity with darker skin, and we contribute, darker skin to have better physical features. Like, for example, when someone will see a darker man, the first thing they'll think was, they'll automatically think that, that he has a big penis, he's stronger, and etc. So, so in other aspects of life, it's the exact opposite. The lighter skinned brothers, will have precedence because the lighter you are closer to a more Eurocentric shade.
What is your preference? Do you have a preference for sisters? Honestly, do you go for a certain type of skin tone?
No, I don't go for a certain type at all. Like the first woman that I ever fell in love with, when I was a youngster, I was a teenager. She was dark, And hey, if I saw her today, I still be like, hey, what's up, baby?
I feel you. I feel you. What do we as black men need to do? Like, what's one or two steps, that we can take to start validating our darker sisters? Because let me say this to you, Brother Brandon, before you say that. Because of the discrimination against dark-skinned women, I made a decision when I was in college that I had to marry a chocolate queen because I saw how much they were being overlooked and mistreated. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I stepped back and I said to myself that you're discriminating by saying that. You're discriminating against light-skinned women and brown-skinned women. What if the woman your ancestors have in store for you? And I'm going to have 2 wives, but what if the 2 women that the ancestors have in store for you, what if neither one of them are chocolate? So I had to look at the fact that by saying I'm only going to marry a chocolate woman, I was practicing my own version of skin color prejudice, But with that being said, what do we as brothers need to consciously start doing, or at least be more careful about doing?
You know what, Dr. Umar, that's a great question, and I'm about to answer that question. I'm going to say a quick statement, and actually my answer is going to also relate to, what was his name? I think his name was AC.
Yes, Brother AC, the chocolate brother from the UK. Yes, sir.
Yeah. But he's, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he, from Africa? Like,
yes, he is.
Born in Africa?
He's from Zambia. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And like the reason for that, and if you PTR, this is going to be a controversial statement that some people are not going to agree with. I know you're going to agree with it, Dr. Umar, because I've heard you speak on it before. But a big reason for this psychologically, and if you PTR now, I've just changed my picture. That's a picture in Nigeria right now, the largest statue in Africa of a white Jesus.
Wow.
And so since white people have successfully colonized most of the world with white Jesus, therefore we contribute, those more positive attributes, and we think of white people as being better because they're in the same image of God and, in our Savior, quote unquote.
Wow.
So, psychologically, that was one of their intents, we are the only type of people who worships a deity that in our minds that we've been presented does not look like us. So therefore we subconsciously, and again, these are my opinions, but like subconsciously, because of that reason, because the brain, the brain, learns and and stores information through visual images and repetition bits. So subconsciously we feel like like white ice is colder, white is better, and we submit a little bit, feel a little inferior for that reason subconsciously, and these are just my opinions.
Got you. Thanks a lot for